The 81-year-old singer is still appreciative of the really good times he had with Lennon prior to his 1980 murder.
No immigration, too.
Since the Beatles split up, Paul McCartney and John Lennon's turbulent relationship has been a source of pain. Now, McCartney is wondering what would have occurred if the two had not restored their connection. The 81-year-old McCartney discussed the what-ifs surrounding the circumstances in the Heart Podcast's episode from Wednesday, December 6th, as well as on Pushkin Industries' brand new podcast, McCartney, A Life in. He wrote that the two's reconciliation had been so painful, adding that he was glad he had been able to patch things up before Lennon's 1980 murder. In the end, there was something I was very glad of when he got murdered, was that I had had some really good times with him before that happened. It would have been the worst thing in the world. Had he just been killed and we still had a bad relationship? I would have just thought that would have been a big guilt trip for me. In a furious letter sent to the Beatles in 1969, Lennon announced his departure in private. The Beatles officially broke up a year after the rupture between McCartney and Lennon, which was mostly caused by differences in artistic opinions, became known to the public. Many fans at the time believed that Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono, was the reason behind the band's breakup. However, McCartney has since addressed this rumor and strongly denied that Ono had anything to do with the musician's choice to call it quits. Though McCartney did talk about his old conflict with Ono on the most recent podcast episode. According to him, Yoko would claim that Paul never accomplished anything. John would do it in some of the songs he was writing. Some of the comments were about how the Beatles did nothing. It was rubbish. The Beatles were crap. He continued. He just reserved the studio. The comments rattled Paul McCartney at the time, who was left confused by the couple's motives. It's like, why would you say that? What is it about me? You're annoyed at me or you're jealous?